the Autoresponder Guy coming to you again from dropdeadcopy.com for another video session on email marketing and autoresponders. Today, we're talking about how to write your emails. Because, quite honestly, most people suck at writing their emails. They sound overly promotional, or they're badly written, or they have bad grammar, or they sound corporate. And that's a horrible thing when when you're trying to make a very personal connection with your audience. So most people are really bad at this. And the problem is that there's very few guides that explain how to really write your emails. And of course, it helps if you've had writing experience, if you've done a lot of writing, either maybe you're a journalist, or maybe you just write a lot. Maybe you have to send a lot of emails for your business, and that's really going to help in a situation like this. But just remember that it's going to take a long time, not a short time. No matter what any sort of copywriting course tries to tell you, it's going to take a while to get really, really good at this. But in this video, I want to share with you a few simple tips that I use to write really conversational, really compelling emails that get people addicted to reading them and addicted to taking action when I tell them to. Now, the first thing you want to keep in mind is in almost every case, you want to write conversational emails. So that means you're not using big words, you don't use long sentences, you want something that's short, snappy, and as close as possible to it, the sort of email that you would send to your friend. And this goes for subject lines too. A lot of people write email subject lines and they capitalize the first letter of every word. That's kind of crazy, because how many friends actually do that? How many friends send you an email and they capitalize the first letter of every word? I've never done it. I don't know about you. I'm guessing you haven't either. So you don't want to ever do that. You want subject lines that sound like you're writing to a friend. Okay? And then when you write the actual emails, same thing. Very casual, very informal, unless you're writing for a corporate client or you are in the corporate business. In that case, you want to write for the audience. But in almost every case, you want to create a personal connection, and you do that with conversational copy. Now, this takes time to learn, but some basic things: don't use and. Never say and. Okay? Anytime that you say and, delete it and put a full stop there. If you just practice that, it will make your writing faster. It will make it more conversational, and it will just sound better. Okay? You want to do the same for commas. Don't use commas. Forget about commas. Use full stops. Okay? And you want to have plenty of white space in the email. So don't have a big chunky paragraph. You want anything from 1 or 2 sentence paragraphs to 1 word paragraphs. I do this all the time, and it really keeps people reading down the page. It keeps it fun, because no one wants to read a big paragraph of text. They get bored. Okay? So just to recap, you want to write conversational copy. You want it to be fast, snappy, and very to the point. You want to write like you're writing to a friend, not like you're writing to a prospect or a customer. You want to treat them like your friend, like you care so much about them that you want to help them whether or not they buy your product or whether or not they sign up with you. Okay? Now you want to take all the ands and commas and you want to delete them and replace them with a full stop. And now you want to get all those big chunky paragraphs. You want to put them all on different lines. And you want to have 1-word paragraphs and maybe 2 sentence paragraphs and a range of things like that. Now I go into more detail about this over at dropdeadcopy.com. You can check that out. Anyhow, this is the Autoresponder Guy from dropdeadcopy.com. I'll see you next time for another video session.